Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, well, this is actually going to be a first. This is going to be our first Hall of Fame presentation. I know, this is exactly what you've been looking forward to all week, and this is what you were so excited to be able to see. Alright, I know that you probably weren't, and you're really looking forward to NHL 22, which we will be covering. I believe it drops tomorrow, maybe tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, as soon as it drops and I'm able to play, I already have it pre-installed. As soon as I can, I will be putting out the first one. I've actually sort of made a decision on a team, kinda, hopefully, maybe. We'll figure that out. um, but with this one, I just wanted to go in. I wanted to be able to take a look at a few things, as we sit here and we talk about who's going to make our Hall of Fame. As you know, we did have 10 nominees. I just want to take a look at our franchise stats. Yeah, Jonathan Huberto kinda took over the record book. Points, seasons with the team. Wait, season 16. I don't really know what that means unless it's 16 seasons with the team, which there's no way, right? He's like 32. No, there's no way. No. I don't know what that is. Maybe he's a bit older. I guess it's possible that he's played 16 seasons with us. I don't know. Either way, he's played over 1,000 games for the team. That's huge. Aaron Ekblad currently leads us in penalty minutes, and I hope that he never beats Paul Laus or Laus. I'm not sure how you say it, but Spencer Knight will probably take over for Roberto Luongo in shutouts, and he's already beat him in wins. Yeah, so clearly there's been some players that have made a giant impact on this franchise. But something that I wanted to be able to do is I want to go in here and we're going to run through, first of all, let's just go ahead and throw this out there. Magnus Raquel, if we were to continue this for a few more years, would definitely be able, or he would definitely be on the list of players that of potential Hall of Fame candidates. But something that I want to take a look at here, someone I want to take a look at here is our first. Well, do we want to take a look at him first? Let's talk about some of the obvious no's. Okay, some of the guys that they didn't quite make it. There's no shame in that. One of which is actually not on the roster, and it's no offense to Anthony Duclair. He had a great career, but unfortunately, the voters decided he did not make it. Which it's still respectable. I would like to point that out. It's very respectable to be able to do that. It takes a lot. It really does. Next up out of those players is actually going to be Denisenko here. So this is obviously we know Denisenko. We don't need a new introduction to Denisenko. He's been a great guy for us. I thought there was a way I could look at awards on here. I guess I was wrong. Denisenko has played tons of seasons for us, though. His first one was obviously with Charlotte, but he did win the Calder, I believe it was. I think it was this year. He put up over 100 points once and was always a 90 to 100 point guy once he got to his potential. But unfortunately, Denisenko, you lacked the individual awards to be able to write yourself into the record books in the Hall of Fame. Now we're going to get to another controversial one here in Ezra Almond. Ezra. If it were up to me, right, I would, and we could go a couple more years. Ezra Almond would easily be there. I mean, he's already got 200-point seasons. He's just now coming into his role on the top line. Once again, with Raquel. Like, this first line here would be absolutely elite. But, again, we're not continuing this series past this point. So, unfortunately, Almond, as much as I really appreciate you as a player, you didn't have the individual awards, you did not have the individual success to be able to justify a place for you among our Hall of Fame. So, I believe, let me just take a look here and look at my little list. If it'll load, there we go. After that, who do I want to get to next? After that, we're going to talk about the Sam Reinhard debate. Sam Reinhard was one of the guys that he was on the fence. You know, he had a great time period here. He really did. Ever since his first year with us, he was a 90-plus point guy. You know, he helped out massively. Was a big part of this core for a long time. But being a big part of the core does not mean that you're the best guy or that you're deserving of a Hall of Fame spot. And unfortunately, Sam, even with your Conn Smythe Trophy, I don't believe that we can induct you into our Hall of Fame. And that brings us to the, what? Let me count them out here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I miscount? Is there 6 players here? Yeah, there is. Huh. Weird. 6 players that are either in or just barely missed. Now, I want to go ahead and get some of the easy ones, or not some of the easy ones. We'll go ahead. We'll continue on here. Actually, I take that back. So next up for us is going to be our defensive leader, Aaron Ekblad. So Aaron was a very interesting player when you look at his time here. Never putting up many points, but always being a leader and a penalty killer for us, which I believe would be is always understated. Excuse me. He just logged so much ice time. Like, where is it? Yeah, 20. He's averaging around 24 minutes a game, sometimes even over. That is insane. Having over 2,000 minutes that year, and exactly 2,000 that year. See, just that's an insane amount of minutes. He played exceptionally well. He was a leader for this team, and he helped us to 4 Stanley Cups, being here for all of them. So with this all in mind, I think I'm going to have to induct Aaron Ekblad as the first official member into our Hall of Fame. Can we get a round of applause for him? This is where I would, I would edit in a thing of a round of applause, but like I'm not good enough to do that yet. Sorry, guys. Just imagine it's there. We can all just appreciate that. So after Aaron Ekblad comes a few players of note. Yeah, we'll put it that way. A few players of note. Who do I want to talk about next? You know, why don't we go ahead and do this? Bryson Barney, right? First of all, 63 goals. I cannot understate. I cannot explain to you how incredible that is. Oh my gosh. It's almost like it's 3 a.m. when I'm recording this. Weird. Bryson Barney putting up 63 goals, winning himself a Hart Trophy and an Art Ross for a franchise that, aside from this franchise mode, I don't believe they've ever had an Art Ross winner. They might have had one with, what was it, Jose Theodore? Don't take my word for that, but I believe they might have. He's had multiple 100-point seasons. He's been a big part of this shifting core, which is the thing. Like, if we were to continue this, Bryson Barney would be a big, big piece. Truly, he would be he would get a letter, more than likely. Oh, man. With that all in mind, I would like to crown Bryson Barney as the second official member into our Hall of Fame. Thank you so much for your service, Bryson Barney. You've been a great player for us. And you know what? We're just going to keep going down the line. Quinn Hughes. It is extremely hard to argue against Quinn Hughes to make the Hall of Fame. It truly is. You look at the seasons he's put up. Every year he's been here, he's been point per game or close to it. You know, he was all right in Vancouver. You know, nothing too spectacular. But he got here and he hit his stride. Partnered up with Aaron Ekblad, he was incredible. He was a part of 2 Stanley Cups, 4 Norris trophies, which I cannot get over that. I just don't understand how you can say that this man isn't a Hall of Famer. And because of that, I'm going to say that he is. Quinn Hughes, Congratulations. You are the third official member into the Hall of Fame. Oh my gosh. Quinn Hughes. Congratulations, man. Truly. It's a magnificent career. And before, we only have 3 guys left here, but the one I want to talk about now is the guy who's never been 90 rated. Never been 90 rated. But I just want to talk about him for a minute. And for a few reasons. Some good reasons, trust me. There is no way that you can argue that Spencer Knight doesn't deserve to be here. He leads the franchise in wins. He has 2 Vezina trophies, 2 William M. Jennings. He's got 4 Stanley Cups. This man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He won't be, I wouldn't say that he would necessarily be in your top tier of goaltenders, but the thing is, I would still argue he's there. Not in the top tier, but still in the Hall of Fame. There was only 1 year that he ever had less than 40 wins, which maybe, a lot of people say, oh, that's a team stat. Is it? Is it really? Because, goaltenders, they play the most important role in the wins. I just find it hard to say that this guy can't, any way that you cut it. He's had the 9-10, the 9-11, and the 9-08 save percentage seasons, all incredible. Having as low as a 2.67 goals against, which is insane. He even had 7 points. Can we just appreciate that? Did he ever score a goal? No, darn. That's too bad. But still, the point remains, guys. Spencer Knight, he's going to be the first goaltender that we induct into the Hall of Fame here. So congratulations, Spencer Knight. It's been incredible to have you, man. And we look forward to being able to remember your legacy. So now we're down to the big 2. We're going to start with Barkov. Barkov does, in fact, have a Hart Trophy. Which season was it? I want to say it was this season. I could be wrong about that. No. Here it is. 26-27, because this is in reverse, yeah. It was, last year? Yeah, last year. Barkov did win a Hart Trophy. He has set the franchise record for the most goals. He's been our captain through 4 Stanley Cups. He's made an incredible impact on this team. He's been the first-line center since day 1. There's no way that you can argue that this man isn't a Hall of Famer. He has over 500 goals, over 750 assists, and 1,200 points. This man has made an incredible impact on Sunrise and the state of Florida in general. And for that, we applaud you and we induct you into our Hall of Fame. Thank you so much for your service, Alexander Barkov. You've been a great captain for this team, and it's a shame that we won't be able to watch you finish out your career here. And now for the masterpiece. One of the reasons that I really wanted to do this is that I love Jonathan Huberto IRL. And I don't know if I'm pretty sure I said this in the first episode. When I was 12 or 13, I got my first NHL game. And it must have been NHL 12, I think. And I would go through and I'd do the create a player, and I left it on the St. John's Sea Dogs whenever I was, trying to win the what is it, the Calder, is it, I want to say it's the Calder Cup, or it's the Memorial Cup, something like that. I want to say it's the Memorial Cup. Calder Cup's AHL. But Jonathan Huberto was my center. My right wing was Thomas Yurko, and then I was the left wing. And those memories for me, they were a big part in getting me to want to play hockey and want to be involved in hockey. Jonathan Huberto has played a huge part for that for me. And even though I'm not a Panthers fan, I will always remain a Jonathan Huberto fan. And with that being said, no player in this franchise mode has had a bigger impact than Jonathan Huberto, with 2 Hart trophies, right? 4 there? Yeah, it looks like 400-point seasons under his belt. Having an alternate captain, or being an alternate captain every single year. 4 Stanley Cups. Okay? 4 Ted Lindsays, or 2 Ted Lindsays, I apologize. This man has been the definition of what it means to be a Florida Panther. He has been a class act. He has been everything that we could want out of an alternate captain and out of a left winger. Is he the best player in hockey in this franchise mode? Not anymore, but you definitely could make the argument that between 2021, between our first year and our fourth year, he was there. And I personally would argue that he was the best player in the league at that point. 130 points with a 25% shooting percentage, 27 power play goals, 50 power play points. Jonathan Huberto, it is a true shame to me that I can't just take you with me to my next franchise. But with that being said, it is definitely my honor to be able to induct you into our Hall of Fame. You will forever and always be known as the heartbeat of this Florida Panthers team. And for that, we will all applaud you. Thank you so much for everything you've done for this franchise, Jonathan. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our presentation. We did, in fact, have 6 recipients in Spencer Knight, Aaron Ekblad, Quinn Hughes, Bryson Barney, Alexander Barkov, and finally, Jonathan Huberto. Thank you all so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow when I'm able to finally bring you the first episode of our franchise mode. I hope you guys are excited. Please drop a like, drop a comment of what you guys think of the results, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.